Joining us is royal expert Victoria Arbiter. Victoria, good morning. So good to see you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So we saw in Tyra's piece that the prince, he's touring this photo exhibit of landmines. Why is that so important?
This really was very important to Harry because in some way he's continuing the legacy of his mother. Diana got involved with the Halo Trust very soon before she died, so she didn't have a chance to really see the work through, and she was passionate about it. So for Harry, it wasn't so much about needing to continue her work. It's something that he's very passionate about because he's seeing his fellow comrades walking on landmines. He's seen the effects of landmines in some of the poorest countries in the world, and so this was a cause that was just a natural one for him to champion. So it was a great way to kick off the tour today.
Kicking off the tour, so what is next on his agenda?
Well, next on his agenda, it really is, this tour is about highlighting the sacrifice and commitment of wounded servicemen and women. That really is the crux of the tour. So he's going to Colorado Springs, he's going to go to the Warrior Games. This year there is going to be a British team competing. They're hoping to do better than they did last year. They got 1 gold and 2 bronze medals last year. But later on today, he's going to be at Arlington National Cemetery, where he will lay a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. He's also going to go to Area 60 and lay a wreath there. That's the area where really veterans who fell in Iraq and Afghanistan since 2001 are buried. So it's really a very personal mission for him.
It also seems like a pretty packed schedule. Is he looking to accomplish anything else along the way?
This tour really is like all royal tours. It is all about getting down to business. They've got to cram in an awful amount, a huge amount of work. There's going to be the stuff that's on behalf of his charities. When he's in New York, he's going to be representing the British government at the Great Campaign, which is an initiative started by David Cameron, set to highlight all the great things about Britain. And so there really isn't any time for downtime. But I suppose the hottest ticket in town is the Greenwich polo match on the last day of the tour. Everyone is very eager to get in there. Unfortunately, it's invitation only.
Invitation only. Now, whenever the prince's name is mentioned, people here in the U.S. think about Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Is this trip sort of a, hey, I'm not just a party animal?
I think for Harry, no, that's not what this trip is about. It's what everybody's talking about because he happens to be back in America after that somewhat embarrassing time last time around. But no, Harry came back from Afghanistan in January. He did an interview. He said, "It happened. I was being a little bit too much soldier, so I think we're going to see a bit more Prince this time round." So in his mind, this is not so much of a rehabilitation tour, but I'm glad that the American public are going to have a chance to see what Harry does so very well.
Now, if we can switch to his relatives, obviously this week Parliament opened, the
Yes.
Queen delivered her speech, but also, Prince was there, Camilla was there. Is this a sign in any way that the Queen may be slowing down?
The Queen is starting to slow down somewhat, but that doesn't mean she's going to be stepping aside. She's very fit, she's very strong, she's healthy. But including Prince Charles in this way is a very subtle way of reminding the British public of the natural order of things. Charles comes next. The way we're really seeing the Queen slow down, it was announced this week that she is not going to attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in November. It's being held in Sri Lanka this year, and she has said that the long-haul flight is simply going to be a little bit too much. So Charles is going to represent her at that as well. And this really was a very big step because the Queen is passionate about the Commonwealth. It's a cause that she really believes very strongly about. And so for Charles to go and represent her at that is really a way of seeing, can he step up and do it as well as she has done?
Everyone will be watching. Thank you very much, royal expert Victoria Arbiter.
Thank you.